say a few words before our audience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hassan Sana. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for receiving me here today. I think I will be as casual as possible, being here among friends and family. As you know, Palestine is not alien to Africa or the African struggle throughout history. For a very long time, we have been shoulder to shoulder in trying to achieve independence, self-determination, anti-apartheid. All these struggles, Palestine was not in the far end of the world or ignorant about. On the contrary, we were very close together in this struggle. Now, marking African Liberation Day, and as the previous speaker, my colleague here, has said, it's important to be in solidarity with yourself. This is a very important pillar in the ability to move forward. Resilience is a very important concept that we cannot ignore if we want to achieve independence, as you said, in paper and flag, or in political discourse. We have all come in Africa and Palestine. I'm trying to speak, I'm including Palestine as part of Africa because basically it's the first country that you have to cross when you leave Africa on foot. So we're not in the other end of the world, we're not separated by oceans or anything like this. We're the first soil that you will have to cross when you want to walk out of Africa. We have been, for a very long time, observers to the African Union, so we believe that we are part of the family. Maybe the cousins, yes, but at least we're still part of the family. So we have gone so far in our struggle against colonialism, against apartheid, and I believe it's through resilience that we can continue this struggle. We should continue to own the moral ground of this struggle. We should be more educated, more united, more coherent. Values like coexistence are very important for us to move forward. This is what we learned in Palestine, and we also learned it from our African colleagues and family. We are seeing now a huge campaign against African will and African political self-determination by the Western countries, in which there is a huge pressure trying to enforce Israel on Africa. The last we have seen was the African Union Observer Status bid that was made, while knowing that such a bid would crack African unity from the middle. They still insisted and persisted because, which shows that this was the exact reason why they did so. You have to realize and recognize a very important thing. International law is now in our custody, we developing countries. We are the custodians of international law and the principles of self-determination, anti-colonialism. All of this has been abandoned, unfortunately, by the same powers that should have upheld it. We are now the custodians of these values, and we should continue to do so. Israel's efforts in this part of the world aims at distorting the voting power of Africa when it comes to international platforms and forums. Africa has been for a very long time voting as a bloc when it comes to resolutions that have to deal with colonialism, apartheid. This block has to be broken. And this explains why Israel is very interested now. Now the question, are we willing to trade a few kilometers of plastic pipes for our principles and our values? Are we going to trade commercial benefits, however large they are still limited in scope, with the same, in return for the same values that has made us achieve liberation and self-determination and dignity? Are we willing to do that? This is the question. I hope not. And I'm here today to join this function in this important event because I believe not. I believe that, first of all, Africa in general has the heart and mind in the right place. Kenya, more specifically, is the same. And you, in the Kenyan context, are people who are aware of all the dangers that are around us collectively in this republic. So I am counting on this awareness that we will continue to show a model of unity, a message of peace, a message of international law and the importance of upholding it indiscriminately. We cannot accept that a certain conflict is more relevant to international law than the other. A violator of international law is a violator, regardless of skin color, geography, or religion that you belong to. This is the principles that helped Africa gain independence and self-determination. Africa rose on the colonial powers that has brought religion to this country. So religion is not a factor to be reckoned in this struggle at all. This is about human rights. This is about principles of dignity and self-determination that is embedded in the United Nations Charter. So this is what I mean by saying we have the legal and the moral ground in this struggle. Let's not lose it. Let's not lose it. We will continue to use all the tools that is in our, as we say, arsenal for this struggle in Palestine. We will continue to engage as vigorously as possible in what we are calling as legal fair, not warfare, because we believe we hold the moral and legal ground in our side, and we will continue to do so, to give a model that also you can overcome the obstacles in which you are living in, using the right tools and the peaceful tools. My colleague here was saying, mentioning something about paying for your natural resources and stuff like this. We are being our occupier for our natural resources. We buy water. Our water that has been stolen from our land, rooted and being sold back to us, and we have to pay for it, otherwise we don't drink. So that's why when we say we relate to many of the problems of Africa and the other places of the world, but we also are very grateful over all these years that we have always had the support and solidarity that enabled us to continue in this struggle. We would not have done it without the African solidarity and support that we have got. On the people's level, on the governance level, this is what made us continue to walk the path of combating our colonial power. We promise you that this resilience will never change. Our determination to end the occupation in Palestine will never change. And we also promise you that while doing so, we will always observe the most peaceful, the most legal path in this course. And I hope you can help us in this. Thank you very much.